What's up, people? How's everybody doing today? Little over 23 days left in 2014. Wow. Wow. Time flies. Now, for all you business entrepreneurs, I want you to think back to December 2013. Did you have certain goals for 2014 that you wanted to get done? Did you have a certain amount of time, energy that you wanted to put into your business? Right? If you looked at where your business is at right now, are you happy with where it's at? Or did you want a lot more? What are you going to do for 2015? Well, before you go into 2015, we want to think back. If you're not where you're at, which a lot of people are not where they want to be with their business, if you look back, I can tell you, if you set out a goal to be an entrepreneur, I can tell you probably wholeheartedly that if you're not where you want to be, it's not because you spent so much time watching TV. I'm sure it probably wasn't because you just spent so much time sleeping or laying on the beach. See, they're not the things that stop a business person. You want to know what stops business people? Life. Life. Car got repossessed. You got evicted out of your apartment. You know, there's problems with your husband and wife. Problems with the children, health problems, job problems. You maybe lost your job. See, this is the kind of stuff that I know hurt people in 2014. Let me even tell you a little bit about myself. I'm trying to get out of the construction business. But boy, I tell you, I took a hit on my construction business, last April, and it set me way back. Even to this day right now, this morning I was on the phone with the IRS, owed him $100,000. I was on the phone with my union, owed him $100,000. They both want to come in and repossess everything I own. And I'm fighting and fighting and fighting, trying to make things work out so I can pay them off. But I'm going to tell you, I personally use all those problems. I was in, tenant court a couple times this year. I'm actually in a rental property. My landlord actually was trying to get me evicted because my construction bill wasn't paying fast enough. I've used my Ambit money to buy my insurance for my construction business, to buy my cars, to buy tools. And that's really wasn't the goal that I set out for my Ambit business. But I know one thing. In 2015, it's going to be a lot easier for me because through it all, I kept pushing. I made almost every meeting on Thursday night. I tried to do as many presentations as I could. I signed up customers with my wife's help left and right. And I look back and I love the fact that I did so much work in 2014. And I know without a doubt, as long as I'm breathing, as long as this old system is still here, I'm going to keep pushing hard on my Ambit business because within the next 12 months, I fully expect my Ambit business to be carrying all the weight of all the bills on my house and being able to, if I want to, retire my construction business. And that makes me feel good. Life is going to get in your way. I have some bad news for everybody listening to this. 2015 is going to bring more problems in life. There are going to be problems. 2015, there's going to be people who are going sick. There's going to be people that's going to lose their jobs. There's going to be people that's going to have their cars break down, cars repossessed. They're going to get maybe evicted from their properties. The heat might get turned off. Electricity might get turned off. This is going to happen to some of my people who are watching this thing. But I'm telling you, everyone, try to use all that instead of a good reason not to do the business. Try to use all those as a reason to do the business even harder. Because so many of those problems are made a lot easier when you have the ability to pay your doctor, when you pay for getting your car. You have the ability to get yourself a new car. And a lot of the stresses in life, I'm not a really financial, I don't believe in rich, but it is a shame when so many people, and you can't even think because you're so busy trying to make money. Ambit has an opportunity to change your life. 2015, there's going to be millions of dollars made with Ambit Energy. Millions. I'm getting my share. I want you all to get your share too. All right? Now, the thing about it is that there's a lot of successful people in the world today. What? I'm going to tell you something. I disagree with a lot of people. You know how people say there's very few successful people? I'm here to say there are tons and tons of successful people. You want to know how you know that? You go to a retail store, and I like to ask people, well, how's your job going? And you know what some people say? Oh, I love it. I'm just so happy to have a job. I'm like, wow. So you get up and you think that this job, this goal, this was the goal that you had? Well, you got it. You achieved it. You know, you heard the saying, the person who thinks he can and the person who thinks he can't, they're both probably right. And you know, because life is so hard, a lot of people give up on their goals. And they don't give up totally, they just lower the goals that they're trying to achieve. And because so many people are lowering them, those who are thinking up and trying to do big things, we're being looked at, laughed at. People say something's wrong with you. No, nothing's wrong with you. Keep them goals up high. Let's set some big goals for 2015. All right? I'm going to tell you one of the ways that I usually pump myself up. You know how I pump myself up is when I start thinking average. When I start thinking, maybe I can't do it. You know what I say to myself? I'm Steve Queen. I'm Steve Queen. I'm walking through, and come on. Because I know there's a lot of people that might not have the ability to have it. I'm not trying to sound cocky, but I know I have what it takes to get the things that I want. So, and so I'll say my name. So what's your name? You ever pump yourself on your chest and say your name? You know, it's funny. Even since I was young, I always liked my name. I remember one time me and my father, we laid some concrete and he smoothed all the concrete out nice and neat. And, you know, and then after he did that, he went to go in the house. And little Steve, we watched him go in the house. And as soon as he did, guess what I did? I grabbed a stick and I went in one corner of his concrete that he poured and I wrote my name, Steve Queen. Some reason I always liked my name. And you know, I use it as a source of motivation for myself because I expect big things out of myself. We got a little over 23 days left. I want as many people as possible to come to our meeting in Galloway this Thursday. If you do, we're going to do some special training. I also want you to bring a sheet. I want you to have the goals that you're going to do, you're going to set for 2015. I want to have the reasons or the ways you're going to accomplish those goals, and which means that you're going to have to also tell us how you're going to do things different in 2015 than you did in 2014. We all have a chance to do some great things. We want all of you to be very successful in your business. All right? That's part of the reason I make this video, to pump everybody up, because we're all in the struggle. Man, I've heard bad story after bad story about bad story. So many of my people are going through things. And I just try to say, listen, if you can, push through it, work through it. Because if you do, it's going to make your life a lot easier. All right? So listen, everyone, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Now listen, if I sent you this via text message, please go to my page, Ambit Power Switch, on Facebook. Like the page. If you have someone that you want to try to get more moving on your team, please have them go like my page, Ambit Power Switch. Try to get them to our meeting in Galloway this week. All right, I want my whole team there. Bring your pens and papers. We want to set some things straight so in 2015, we're all setting major records. We put New Jersey or wherever you're from on the map. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for listening.